Hump Day.
Joining us now in the studios, Mr. Mike Barkett. He's the president of the Mississippi Construction Education Foundation. Mike, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in.
Great to see you too, Gerard. Thank you for having me.
All right, so tell us about this upcoming MCEF Skills USA State Craft Championship you guys are hosting.
A few years ago, we partnered with the Department of Education and decided that we would help host the Skills USA competition. Gives young people an opportunity throughout the state to compete on the state level and then qualify to go to a national competition in June. So a couple of years ago, we decided to put everything under one roof. We would have high school students, community college students, and our own apprentices competing under one roof at the same time, working on a similar projects, trying to compete to go to nationals for the young people and for our apprentices to go to a national competition in San Antonio, Texas this year, but next year it'll be in, I think it's in California. I'm not certain about that.
Okay, so there's a national competition for this as well.
That's right.
So you win here, I guess you advance to that?
That's right. The first place winners qualify for eligibility to go to the national competition. The beauty of it is it takes our best and competes against the best in other states across the United States.
So what are some of the disciplines, the trades that they compete on?
Well, there are 11 different trades that we'll be having at Trademark. We'll have carpentry, we'll have plumbing, we'll have masonry, we'll have cabinet making, we'll have team build, which is an opportunity for 4 individuals to work together to build a house. We'll have sheet metal, welding, sculpture, where they'll actually be, have built something to bring it in. There will be welding fabrication where they're going to build a chimney from scratch to show you. And then there will be, I think there's motor control, electrical wiring, and sheet metal. Those are the 11 trades that we'll be offering.
Well, I got to tell you, as one who has to pay people to do that kind of work, I have deep respect for those who possess those talents. And we don't have enough, do we?
No, we don't. And that's one of the reasons that we decided to partner with the Department of Education. We're trying to develop tomorrow's workforce today, getting young people involved, getting them to look at career choices and career opportunities. So we're trying to get them to understand that if you don't want to go to a 4-year institution or you don't want to continue your education, you can go to work right out of high school and make a pretty good living at it if you're inclined to do so.
Yeah, I mean, and the press release, Mike, says that we need 80,000 of these workers in the state?
We'll need 80,000 in the next couple of years to complete the retirement, to fulfill those that are retiring, that are leaving, and to do the work that we have available to do in the state of Mississippi alone. There'll be over 1 million workers, professionals needed throughout the whole United States in the next 3 to 4 years.
How does this isn't the first time you've had this competition, though, is it?
No, this is our, I think, going on 8th or 9th time to do this.
How does Mississippi do when they advance to the national competition?
They don't do as well as we'd like them to do. Some do extremely well, but some, just don't. We're behind in that area.
Okay.
We don't give them the tools necessary to be successful. You and I both coached, and you've helped me before, but you understand if you give a pitcher only a couple of pitches and expect him to win, he can't do it.
Right.
So we've got to do a better job of preparing our young people to go to the national and compete. That's the reason that we try to do this state competition, to give them an idea of what to expect when they get to a national level, because we're looking at several hundred people. They'll be looking at several thousand people.
Sure.
All at the same time working.
So what is your organization, Mike, doing, or who are you working with just to promote these opportunities in these trades?
Well, we were founded back in '96 by a legislative act that created our construction foundation.
Okay.
We partnered with the Department of Education at that point to figure out that we needed to reach young people immediately upon 8th and 9th grade to show them what to do. There are 10 trade associations that comprise our foundation, and ABC, Associated Builders and Contractors, Associated Generals Contractors, the brick industry, the concrete, the asphalt, the road builders. All of these associations work with us to promote and recruit for our workforce tomorrow. We provide training opportunities for them to have better workers and to have new folks that want to come into those trades. So we stay pretty busy trying to recruit and train a workforce for the construction industry in the state of Mississippi.
Do you get pushback from youth that when you talk about the opportunities here, do some of them say, no, this just isn't for me, I'm going to pick a different career route?
Yes, we do. And the problem that we have is the word work. They want the money, but they don't understand you got to put the time and effort in to work. They want to earn what you and I earn today that took us 30 and 40 years to acquire.
Right.
But they want it immediately, and they don't understand. And we've done a bad job in that. We said you can make $100,000 as a welder. You can, but you've got to gain the knowledge, the experience, the expertise in order to get there.
Sure.
You're not going to graduate from high school and command that kind of salary. They've got to learn to be patient. They've got to understand that you've got to put a little time and effort in. And once you attain the skills necessary, then the money is available.
Yeah.
Opportunities out there, but you've got to be patient to get there. Some can go right in and jump in there and make that six figures immediately.
Yeah.
But it's a rare occasion.
Yeah. Are there organizations or individuals that sort of travel around and visit and make presentations in the schools or other groups?
We do. I have 3 area directors that work with us. They cover the entire state of Mississippi.
Okay.
There are 113 career and technical centers in the state of Mississippi, and we cover every one of them. Each of those area directors has approximately 33 schools that they go to, centers. And those centers comprise 225 high schools that are contributing students to that.
Yeah.
Today we have 5,472 high school students enrolled in construction programs. And we're trying to show them that career opportunity, that career path that they can go on. So we're hoping that some of them will make it, some won't. Some will decide this isn't for me, it's something else I'd rather do.
Yeah.
But as you just said, it's a skill that you can acquire. And when you get older, like us, and you have families and you have houses, you have 2 choices: pay someone or do it
That's
yourself.
Right. That's exactly right. And for me, because I have no knowledge or such skills, I happily pay people to do that. But I got to be honest about that. That can be difficult because the demand exceeds the supply. I mean, it's just simple as that.
That's it. And if you've tried to get someone to do some work lately, you'll find out that they're just not available.
Yeah.
Try to find a good mechanic or a diesel mechanic or an auto body man, not just in the construction field. They're just difficult to find.
Yeah.
Work is in high demand for those that are ready to go to work today. And some of them are just overloaded, and they just can't find and add on new things. And they don't have the work staff available because they're not out there available for them.
Yeah. And, of course, this imbalance of supply and demand, Mike, seems to have driven up the price of those services as well.
Well, lumber prices, as you were well aware, a few months ago, they were out of the roof. They're coming down somewhat, but, the law of supply and demand is there. Steel, if you've tried to buy steel to work on anything, it is outrageous, the price you pay today. Gas at the pump, as we all know, is outrageous. But all these other things are just as bad for us today.
Yeah, and that, as you said, the gas aspect of that drives everything. It's a component of almost everything, including the ability to transport yourself and those goods around as well. And so that figures into it. But, I know in trying to get folks to do that kind of work, and there are a lot of good ones out there, but sometimes you have to wait.
That's right. And if you can wait and get it done, that's great. But sometimes you can't afford to if you've got a roof leaking or a plumbing issue or heat and air problem that needs to be satisfied pretty quickly. Waiting is not an option at that point.
And the point you make, Mike, about you have to acquire those skills and build up to that level, well, heck, that applies no matter what the industry or the profession is. That's not unique to construction. That's an issue for our society.
Oh,
right?
Yes, that's in general. I mean, my daughter, my son-in-law, all of them are, they're looking for the immediacy today, and you've got to put some time and grade in to learn, and then the opportunities are there. They're not gone away. They'll be there for you, but you just got to be patient and learn all you can. My uncle used to tell me the one thing that no one can take from you is education. The more you put in your head, the better off you are, and you never lose it. No one can steal it, but it's always there for you to go back to.
Seems like, to a great extent, we kind of gotten to a point in this country where you graduate from high school, you graduate from college. Well, I know everything I need to know at this point. No, you're just getting started.
That's right.
It's the reality, and you can't ever stop learning and acquiring knowledge and perfecting your knowledge level and your skills. And That's how you increase your income. Doesn't matter what it is.
Certainly, and you and I both know if we went to college, it was a tool to open the door.
That's exactly right.
Because we learned after we got out, we realized what we needed to know to be successful in wherever we were.
Totally right. Mike, thanks so much for coming in and explaining this to us, and look forward to being with you guys next week. We're at the Trade Mart, I think.
We are at the Trade Mart, March the 8th and 9th. It's open to the public. Hope everyone will come out and join us and see what tomorrow's workforce looks like.
Looking forward to it. Mike Barkett, president of the Mississippi Construction Education Foundation, has been our guest on Middays from the Element Wealth Studio. Stay with us.